Good morning. Welcome to the Local Artist Spotlight, a half-hour program spotlighting groups from around the Ozarks. Our featured artist this morning is Becky Lercher from Waynesville. Here's a track from her latest project, I Will Sing Praise.
I will sing praise, I will sing praise, sing praises to my Savior all of my days. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, no matter what may come my way, I will sing praise. The Lord has been my dearest friend, the trusted faithful one. He's brought to me salvation through His one and only Son. He is always faithful, watching over me. He lifts me when I've fallen and sets the captives free. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, sing praises to my Savior all of my days. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, no matter what may come my way, I will sing praise. He always feeds my hungry soul and meets my every need. Satisfaction He provides for all eternity. My mouth will sing His praises, my soul exalts His name. He gives me strength and victory, He'll forever reign. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, sing praises to my Savior all of my days. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, no matter what may come my way, I will sing praise. Praise to the Lord, oh let all that is in me adore Him. All that have life and breath come now with praises before Him. Let the amen sound from His people again. I will sing praise, I will sing praise, sing praises to my Savior all of my days. Sing praise, no matter what may come my way, I will sing praise.
I Will Sing Praise. That's Becky Lercher from Waynesville on the Local Artist Spotlight this morning. And joining me in the studio is Becky Lercher.
Hello.
Hey, how are you this morning?
It's wonderful to be here.
Oh,
I'm
thank
doing
you.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. We want to talk about your new project, plus we're going to throw in a couple other surprises for
All
folks
right.
here in a few minutes. But let's talk about your new project. That
Yes.
song, I Will Sing Praise. We put that into our regular rotation. It is a great song, an encouraging song,
Yes.
and kind of a motivational song. Hey, let's just sing praise.
That's
Let's
right.
just worship the Lord.
That's right.
That song was actually especially written for you, wasn't it?
It was by Todd Foreman. He MCs the Great Lake of the Ozarks singing every spring. And he came to me and asked me if he could write a song for me. And so we told him our theme verse for our ministry has been Psalm 146:2, where it talks about, as long as I have breath, I will sing His praise.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came up with that song, and we immediately fell in love with it and enjoy singing it every concert.
It is a great song. And for folks who may be new to the area and wonder, who is Becky Lercher?
Mm-hmm.
Who has that powerful voice and such a great singer? Well, it's because you come from good stock. You are from a family around the Ozarks. If you've been around here very long at all, very many years, you know the Jones family
That's right.
is a family of singers.
Yes.
And your dad, actually, Stanley Jones, was a pastor and evangelist.
Yes.
Your mom and dad are great people,
Thank you.
and you come from a great line of singers, don't you?
Yes, both sides, actually. My dad's family, of course, sang and traveled and sang for many years. And then my mom's side of the family, they also, every one of them sing. And so as
You
my
were just
brother and my
kind of
sister,
stuck with it.
we had to.
That or sit in the car. So
Yeah.
let's talk about your mom and dad real quick.
Okay.
Folks are always, I know, curious about him because
Yes.
he's just been such a huge part of people's
Yes.
lives around the
Yeah.
How's your mom and dad doing?
They're doing great, doing really good. They stay busy. They have little hobby farm. And
He's got a pig and a cow. I know that.
They're doing very well. And just celebrated an anniversary in January, 46 years.
Wow.
And so we're excited for them. They're doing really good.
They're a sweet couple, and just love and appreciate them so much. And speaking of them, they had a group with you guys, kind of the family,
Yes.
the Stanley Jones Singers, that sung together.
Yes.
How was that traveling around? Because you had already left home, I think, when they started doing that.
Yeah, they started traveling more after I left and went to college. And came back, and by that time, Dad had resigned the church he was pastoring at the time, and he asked me if I'd like to join them, and I said most definitely yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got to travel all across the United States, and it was a life that's not for everybody, but for us, it was a calling on our life, and we enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, we went back in the closet and we dug out some old stuff.
Oh, yay.
And back in 1998, your family, the Stanley Jones Singers,
Yes.
recorded a CD, True Blue.
Yes.
And a great CD that is. In fact, one of the projects that was on that, Beautiful Jerusalem, we
Yes.
play still yet today in our regular rotation. I know when we play it, you say you get text messages.
I do. In fact, just the other day I got one and said, "Oh, I'm listening to your family sing Beautiful Jerusalem."
And we get comments too, people who hear it and they're like, well, what is that song?
Yeah.
And it's not a new song. It's been around. You guys recorded it back in 1998.
Yeah.
Beautiful Jerusalem was actually written by somebody very special, wasn't it?
Yes, there was a lady in Oklahoma that was a big encouragement to us, and she would write a bunch of songs and send them to my Uncle John Jones, and he would do demos. And he played this particular song for us. We were getting ready to do a project, and we immediately fell in love with it. And it's just a great song about what we're going to be able to see and experience when we get to heaven.
And it features you on it too, which is why we're going to play it this morning. It's Beautiful Jerusalem, the Stanley Jones Singers featuring Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight.
There's a wonderful city in glorious heaven, and the angels are calling me to come, where my heart is already up there with King Jesus in the beautiful Jerusalem. In the beautiful Jerusalem, there is space for little children to play. In the beautiful Jerusalem is a city of everlasting name. The river of life is eternally flowing in the beautiful Jerusalem. The glory of Jesus is the light of that city. The Lamb takes the place of the sun. I shall rest on his bosom and love him forever in the beautiful Jerusalem. Behold, I come quickly is the promise of Jesus.
That's the Stanley Jones Singers on the Local Artist Spotlight with Beautiful Jerusalem, a song that features our featured artist this morning, Becky Lercher from Waynesville.
Yes.
And that was a great song.
It was a great song.
Fun recording it too, wasn't it?
It was. We were able to record that in Nashville and with Kevin McManus at Oak Valley Studios, and it was a wonderful experience.
Let's talk about recording.
All right.
This new project that you have,
Yes.
I Will Sing Praise,
Yes.
you have quite a lineup of talent, from your husband
Yes.
to other well-known people
Yeah.
in that. Let's talk about who all helped you put this thing
All
together.
right. Well, Lane, of course, and then Ginger Lester Pitchers and Tim Parton. They both co-produced and co-arranged it. And then Joe Carroll was the engineer on the tracking session, and Jim Brady, formerly of the Bruce Brothers, Jim Brady Trio.
Jim Brady Trio now.
He was the engineer on the vocal recording part of it, and it was just. I've recorded a lot of projects in my day, and this one was probably. It was just a neat experience. It was just very relaxing. And we just had a really good time doing it.
Well, these guys do it, and I know the others who have produced your projects and helped you on them.
Yeah.
They've been very good, and they've been
Yes.
very talented. But you're getting in when you get into people like that. That's their specialty, a
Yes.
Southern gospel artist, working with them
Yes.
and developing those songs
Yeah.
into really good projects.
Yeah.
And I know you probably enjoyed it. It's just kind of
I
neat
do,
and
and
probably a
it's-
little starstruck at times too, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a little overwhelming at first, but then when you get to really know the person because you spend several days with them,
Mm-hmm.
then you see that they live what they talk about,
Yeah.
and that makes a difference to me, and that just makes you more comfortable.
Jim and Ginger, you won't find two more people that are more down
Exactly.
to earth than those two.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the next song you're going to be playing
All right.
off of this. Heed the Call of Calvary.
Yes.
This is a very good song.
It's a powerful song written by Phil Cross, and it talks about there's not only a call for those that have never heard the gospel, but for those of us that do know Christ as our Savior, that we would heed that call to share the gospel, and we would trust and obey Him no matter what.
Heed the Call of Calvary. Here's Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight.
There's a sound that breaks the boundaries of the ages. From another place and time, it is heard, ever ringing out the truth as evil rages. It became when it is finished was the word. Heed the call of Calvary. Lift the blood-stained banner of the free. Hear the voice from the hill. Make the choice I will. Heed the call of Calvary.
Heed the Call of Calvary. That's Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight. What a powerful song, too, that just really a great wake-up call.
It is. For the church.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for those that have, don't know Christ, but for the church.
Exactly. Another project or song off of this project is What Could Be Better?
Yes.
The Days Ahead.
Uh-huh.
This one is kind of and you were just telling me about it. We'll you took a diamond in the rough from Jim Brady and Ginger Pictures you were talking about.
Yes.
When you first heard this song, it was probably nothing that you would sing in that style, was it?
That would be correct. But after Ginger
tell the
and
folks what
Tim,
it was, because it was almost like a Christian rock song, wasn't it?
It was. And so I had never heard it before, and Ginger liked the song, and she said, I want to play a song for you. And I fell in love with the lyrics of the song. And her and Tim Parton came up with an arrangement of this song, and people have fallen in love with it. They've put a whole different spin on it from the demo I heard. And that's the great thing about working with people like that, because they have that ability to hear things that I may not necessarily hear.
They see that potential in that
Yes.
song that somebody else may look and say,
Yes.
they may just listen to the noise, and they're listening to the lyrics
Yeah.
and saying, we can make that work. So,
But the song talks about going to heaven and being able to see Jesus face to face for the very first time. And really, what could be better than that?
what could be better? Definitely the days ahead. Here's Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight.
I've heard it said today is all we're given. Tomorrow may not come, so you better start living. I guess it all depends on your point of view. Pardon me if I just don't listen to everything the world says I'm missing. There's nothing here and now I'm gonna hold on to. I'm living in the days ahead, already dancing on the streets of gold, and I can't stop celebrating in my soul, 'cause I'm living in the days ahead. Nothing on earth could ever compare. I can't wait for the day that I get there, when I see Jesus face to face. Tell me what could be better. If home is where the heart is, I'm in heaven. It's the promise of tomorrow I've been given. Who is waiting there? I am living for. He's everything I love and I believe in, and I can hardly wait just to see him and hear him say, well done. I could not ask for more. I'm living in the days ahead, already dancing on the streets of gold, and I can't stop celebrating in my soul, 'cause I'm living in the days ahead. Nothing on earth could ever compare. I can't wait for the day that I get there, when I see Jesus face to face. Tell me what could be better. Oh, what could be better? Life is full of ups and downs, inside out and round and rounds. Can't blame me for dreaming about it. I'm living in the days ahead, already dancing on the streets of gold, and I can't stop celebrating in my soul, 'cause I'm living in the days ahead. Nothing on earth could ever compare. I can't wait for the day that I get there, when I see Jesus face to face. I'll see Jesus face to face. Tell me what could be better. Oh, what could be better?
As That's a great song by Becky Lercher from her latest CD, I Will Sing Praise. And the song is called What Could Be Better Than the Days Ahead. And how true that is. What could be better than looking forward to going to heaven?
Yes.
Let's talk about what you do. I mean, you don't do this full time. You've got a full-time job, but ministry is very important to you. As we talked earlier, you were raised up in it, and you've got a heart for singing.
Yeah.
If folks would want Becky Lercher to come to their church or
Yes.
maybe put on a concert, you're very open to that. That's what you do on the weekends,
yes,
isn't it?
It is. The last few years have been the busiest we've ever been, which we're very thankful for, and God has just opened up a lot of doors for us that we would not even been able to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a heart for. We go into a lot of churches, and Christians nowadays seem to be discouraged more so than ever before because you're going through hard times.
Right.
And for us, if we can encourage Christians to keep on, going through their faith, and if they can hold on to that faith and share it with other people, then we feel like we have done what God has called us to do.
Yep.
Because of the discouraging times that we do live in, I think the Lord's going to come back before we think He is.
Yeah.
And so if we can encourage Christians to be excited about having their faith, then we feel like we've done what God has called us to do.
Couldn't have said it better. What a great purpose and calling in life.
Yes.
I mean, to me, and I know being a pastor, I look at it is when God calls you to a particular project, purpose, ministry in
Yes.
your life, it's like you look at it, God handpicked me for that.
That's right.
Out of all the things I could be doing,
Yeah.
God put me here
Right.
for a purpose, and I'm going to fulfill that to
That's
the
right.
very best
Yeah.
of my ability. So just God bless your ministry
Thank
on what
you.
you're doing. Let's talk about the next song off of your new project, God Knows.
Yes, it kind of goes along that same lines. A friend of ours, Dave Williford, wrote this song. And, as Christians, sometimes we don't share what we're going through very easily sometimes,
Right.
the hard times. And this song just talks about we may not share that, and a lot of people may not know what we're going through, but God knows. He is the one that does know.
Here's God Knows, Becky Lercher from her latest project, I Will Sing Praise, on the Local Artist Spotlight.
You may not have the answers to the questions in your life. You and I may never know all the reasons why you feel you've been forsaken. If someone only knew, if someone only understood what you're going through. God knows, and God cares. He holds the answers to all your prayers. God knows, and God cares. He gave His only Son to die on the cross so you and I would know. God knows. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. It seems so much to give up, but He gave it all for one. No matter where you're going, always walk that road for you. So you will know that someone knows what you're going through. God knows, and God cares. He holds the answers to all your prayers. God knows, and God cares.
Becky Lercher from her latest project. It's called God Knows on the Local Artist Spotlight. And Becky, folks want to find out more about you. In fact, you have a website.
We do.
You are in the new millennium, aren't
We
you?
try. We're on Facebook and we're on Twitter. And then our website is actually just Becky Lercher, and that's BECKYLERCHER.com.
All right.
Very simple.
This is not your first project. We talked about you've done other projects before. We're going to play one real quick off of one of your previous projects. In fact, the last one, Walking by Faith, is the name of the CD. Here's the song Ready to Leave. Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight.
Some folks are building hopes down here and planning ahead. So busy with their fortunes, they forgot what Jesus said about the wars and earthquakes and the fig trees budding leaves. But there's a group of people getting ready to leave. Ready to leave in the twinkling of an eye, making investments in the bank up in the sky. Happy preparations, not a reason to grieve. Are you in that number getting ready to leave? Sinner, what's the reason for your needless delay? While you're hesitating, Christ could come just any day. Heed the Spirit's calling, make your way to Calvary, and get in that number getting ready to leave. Ready to leave in the twinkling of an eye, making investments in the bank up in the sky. Happy preparations, not a reason to grieve. Are you in that number getting ready to leave? I'm packing up, getting ready to go. I'm packing up and I am ready to go. Getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready for the gates of gold. Happy preparations, not a reason to grieve. Are you in that number getting ready to leave? Are you in that number getting ready to leave?
Becky Lercher on the Local Artist Spotlight, getting ready to leave on KTTK. And let's close out the program real
All
quick.
right.
It's been such a pleasure having you here this morning.
We so appreciate you having us, and we appreciate KTTK. You all have been such an encouragement to us. Everybody, Pam, Max, everyone here, yourself and Dave, when he was able to be here. And we love you all tremendously, and we thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you. You're the reason why we're here. Groups doing music and being able to minister in song. We're going to close out the program this morning with one last song. It's called We're Singing Heaven's Song.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about this song as we get into it.
It's one of those traditional Southern gospel sounding songs, and so we always have requests for this song, and every concert that we do, and so it's one of those happy, encouraging songs that we like.
All right, we're going to close out the program. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you back here next weekend for the Local Artist Spotlight. Here's Becky Lercher. Have a great weekend.